Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Of the four practices which are indicated as a spiritual practice, namely path of karma, karma yoga, path of ashtanga yoga, path of devotion and path of knowledge. Out of these four paths, the first two, the path of karma and the path of yoga, it naturally leads to the precipitation of I as a very strong personality. See? Because for doing karma, I is required. For doing yoga, I is required. Therefore, we come across many seekers, they say, earlier I used to be a non-vegetarian, but since I joined yoga, now I am a vegetarian. Earlier I used to wake up very late, 10 o'clock, now I wake up very early, 9:45. Why? Because I am now doing yoga. I am doing good karma. The problem is neither with the yoga nor with the karma. The problem is with this I. And therefore, these two paths, path of karma and path of yoga, they are necessary. But the foundation of these two paths is that there is a soul per body. Like there is a soul per shoe. Every shoe has got a separate soul. In the same manner, every body has got a separate soul. And therefore, I is superior or inferior than you. And this I wants liberation. See, friends. And who is this I? I is husband, wife, brother, father, mother, sister, in-law. This is I. And unless this is sorted out, who is this I? See, friends. Therefore, we have to change our basic perception. There cannot be freedom for I. We have to get freedom from I. And this is what we do, but we don't know that we are doing it. For example, when we go to sleep, follow the steps how we go to sleep. We withdraw from the whole world and then go in our room, cover ourselves, close our eyes, and the japa begins. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. This is the only thought. I want to sleep. Till such time I is there, sleep doesn't begin. And when the I disappears, even in the satsanga the sleep comes. See, this is called a jhatka meditation, you know. See, because I has disappeared. Therefore, we follow the path of karma to keep ourselves occupied so that we are not a problem for others. Those who have got lot of time, they create problem for others. Those who have no time even to die, they cannot create problem for others. See, it is for this purpose, follow the path of karma. Then the path of yoga. Path of yoga is for only one purpose, and that is we have to be self-disciplined. If we are not self-disciplined, we can achieve nothing either in the material world or on the spiritual path. For this self-disciplining, the yoga is practice. And therefore, out of the 8 limbs, the first 2 are the most important. See? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi, 8 of them. I'll tell you a story. How we do. I eat every day 8 breads, chapati, then only my stomach is full. I am very big glutton. So 8 chapatis I eat and then I will, now it's good. One day I thought, can there be a shortcut? See, like we have shortcuts on our laptop screen. You don't have to go through again, start and close, no nothing, click and it starts. So I thought, can there be a shortcut? Then I started thinking. When I eat 8 chapati, my hunger is satiated. So what I did, I kept 8 of them in front of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the one which I am going to eat last. After that, my hunger is satiated. So I ate the 8th chapati first. And I was so surprised. Hunger has not gone. See? Then what is to be done? Blame the cook. Today you have done something. Every day 8 chapati satiated my hunger. Today it is not because you have done something. An intelligent person knows how to blame others effectively. See friends, the 8th chapati has the capacity to satiate the hunger if 7 chapatis have contributed their might. Exactly the same way. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan. 7. Then only the Samadhi can happen. 8th chapati. But we directly want to sit for Samadhi. Swamiji, can you teach me meditation? Is meditation upma? Cut the onion, cut the garlic, then cut the tomatoes. Is that? See friends, Samadhi happens. Samadhi is never done. Like 8 chapati we eat, then satiation happens. Because every part has contributed. And out of this 8, the first 2, the don'ts and the do's, they prepare us for the takeoff. See? Why the aeroplane runs on the runway? Because when it runs very fast for few seconds, maximum 10 seconds, it loses its weight. And when it loses its weight, it becomes airworthy. And then it can take off. Exactly the same way. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan. These 7 limbs, when they are practiced, then we become meditation worthy. Without becoming meditation worthy, if we want to take off, we take off and we fall. No time. See friends, therefore, don't struggle for meditation. A day will come when meditation will start happening. See friends, what is important in life is not the steady body, not the steady mind, not the steady intellect. What is important in life is steady wisdom. Wisdom has to be steady. And he who has the steady wisdom, he is living 24/7 in meditation. He is not doing meditation. Anything you do, it will end. See? Because when you do something, I is born. Till I is there, it will happen. The moment I disappears, it doesn't happen. See? Take an example. We all do pranayam, different types. For example, one good story will help you. There are different types of teachers. And if they have to punish the student for something wrong, the punishment will be different according to the teacher. Suppose I am a teacher who is a military, military instructor, and one of the soldiers has done something wrong. So what will be punishment? Put on the haversack on your back, fully loaded, 20 kilos, lift your rifle up, go around the parade ground 21 times. Run, punishment. If I am a Sanskrit teacher and if you have done wrong, what will be punishment? Write down Bhagavad Gita in Sanskrit in your own hand. No download, no Google. Write down in your own hand 21 times. Oh God, 21 times. Punishment. Now, I am a yoga teacher and some student has done something wrong. So I had to punish him. Punishment. Do Anulom Vilom 21,000 times. Oh God, 21,000 times. My nose will break and fall down. Then I cannot do so much. Okay, do 2100 times. 2100 times, no. Okay, do 21 times, okay. And you start. After finishing 5, 6, I tell, okay, stop. Then I ask him, why you didn't want to do it 21,000 times? Oh, it is too tiresome, it is not possible. Okay, how many times you breathe per day? Per minute we breathe 15 times. So in 24 hours, mathematics you calculate, I am 0 in mathematics. See? So in 24 hours we breathe 216 times. Has anybody ever said, come on man, I am breathing too much, now I stop? Now what is the difference? Pranayam is also breathing. And our breathing is also breathing. In one case, we get tired. In other case, we don't get tired. What is the reason? Reason is, pranayam is done. And while doing pranayam, Mr. I is born. This I gets tired. See friends, all the spiritual practice is dissolve this I. See friends, and therefore when we practice karma yoga, I become strong. I am holier than thou. I am not like others. I do my responsibilities. I take care of my children. I take care of my parents. I am I. See? And then yoga. I am a yoga student. I get up early in the morning, 6 o'clock, and again go to bed 6, 5. Really? I go for jogging. I. See friends, this I can be dissolved only by one technique, and that technique is called as the technique of devotion. And what is the technique of devotion? See, yad yad karma karomi tattad akhilam shambho tavaradhana. O Lord, whatever is being done is thy worship. See friends, therefore the path of devotion is introduced as a spiritual practice in Bhagavad Gita. First 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, they talk about path of karma and path of yoga. We have seen in path of karma, the impact is siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. The equanimity towards the results of our karma is called as yoga. Then we come to the path of Ashtanga Yoga, 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. There Bhagavan Sri Krishna defines yoga in a totally different way, as if. But if you go deep, you will understand what Bhagavan Krishna said and what Patanjali said. If we understand correctly, they are not contrary. They are talking the same thing. Patanjali says, Yogaha chittavritti nirodha tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. When the thought process is suspended, then we abide in our essential self, then it is yoga. If there is only suspension of thought process, it cannot be yoga. Otherwise, you can take a booze, no thought process. That is not yoga. See? That is bhoga. See? And then what is the yoga according to Bhagavan Sri Krishna? He says, Tam vidya dukkha sanyoga viyogam yoga sanditam sa nishchena yoktavyaha yogaha anirvinna chetasa. When the miseries come in our life, we refuse to be miserable. See? When we refuse to be miserable means what? We are happy. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam, abiding in oneself, which is nothing but bliss. Therefore, the definition of yoga is only this: be happy. Don't struggle. If you cannot sit in a particular posture, who cares? If you can't sit, you can't sit. No, I have to sit, Because for us, yoga means twisting the body. No, friends. Straightening the mind. And when the mind is at peace, see, everything is so beautiful. We are not obsessed. See, then only happiness is natural. Miseries are to be removed. Happiness is not created. Happiness is our essential nature. We don't become happy. We are happiness. We become miserable because we are not. And therefore, miseries can be removed, but happiness is never created. That is our essential nature. And what is that which is not allowing this happiness to happen is Mr. I. See, friends, therefore whenever we are disturbed, take your cursor to the origin. And at the origin of that misery, you will see there is somebody. This technique of yoga is called as path tracing. Like, you sit for meditation. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrutyor death. Oh, that person died, he was so nice, he should not have died, But why good people die, And my neighbor is not dying, And then suddenly, what happened? Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam. See? Our disturbances begin from a point, and that point is called as Mr. Somebody. So what is to be done? Now you are chanting, and the word Mrityu means death has come. You have digressed, you have taken a detour and gone. Somebody died. Now trace back like the telescopic antenna. Telescopic antenna opens in a particular sequence. It doesn't jumble. It goes back exactly in the reverse sequence. In the same manner. Mrityor, oh, that person died. He should not have died. But anyway, you didn't kill him, so keep quiet. Go back. Again go start going. So that person, his death, his friendship, he is good, he is bad. Slowly start coming. And then you come, oh, from the word mrityu, death, I was going there. This technique is called as path tracing. Don't struggle. See, a disturbed person, a miserable person can never practice meditation. Meditation is for healthy people. It is not for unhealthy people. One day I was going to a gym and one person came, Swami, where are you going? I said, I am going to gym. And he was, with his crutches, with two things, somehow one leg broken coming. I also want to come. I said, you want to come and see? No, I want to practice what you are practicing. So I looked at him. I said, why do you struggle? Don't worry. No. Do you think I am not capable? I said, you are the instructor. So I went inside, instructor, why you have come here? I want to do the same thing what Swamiji does. He looked at him. You are not allowed to enter the gym. Why? I want to do. First of all, find out, are you capable? Gym is not for unhealthy people. In the same manner, meditation is not for frustrated people. Frustrated person, when he does meditation, he becomes intensely frustrated. See, friends, it is for healthy people. But we have this wrong notion. By doing meditation, mind will become cool. Disturbed mind will not become cool by meditation. See, it is something like this. A person has root canal. Imagine, we all had some time or the other root canal. How excruciating pain it is. With that root canal, you sit for meditation. What will be the mudra? It will be sentidental. Hey, what is this? Oh, this is sentidental meditation. See, physical elements do not allow us to be at peace. Mental elements are worse. Be attentive. Therefore, when we go on the seat of meditation, in addition to the externalities, we have to do the psychological adjustments. See? So the first psychological adjustment, when we go for meditation, number one, nobody has compelled us. We are doing it on our own choice. Number two, we are happy about it. It's not, oh God, why 6 o'clock is so early in the morning? See? As if somebody is pushing at us to go there. Whatever you have to do, the basic principle is, don't do it to get happiness. Do it happily. So when we go there, sit down, we are extremely happy. A happy person is Mr. Nobody. Somebody can never be happy. And nobody can never be miserable. See? It is said, nobody is happy. It's very true. Mr. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. In deep sleep, who are we? In deep sleep, we are neither man nor woman, neither young, old, husband, wife, brother, sister, educated, overeducated, none. And therefore, we neither have possessions nor we have relations. When these two loads are unburdened, no possessions and no relations, you end up remaining as nobody. And when you are nobody, as in deep sleep, you are so happy. Not only we are happy, others are also happy because we are sleeping. Friends, that somebody has to disappear. So first of all, we are cheerful and happy. The process of negating, everybody has initiated. Then next step comes. Many a times you must have seen when the students sit for meditation, they do things which are never instructed by the Guru. One of the things is breaking the joints. Has any time any guru has told, break joint, cut. See? Now why we break the joints? Because of fear. When you go tonight to sleep, observe how you sleep. Try to sleep, keep your legs apart, don't have anything around you, including your quilt. Legs apart, hands apart, straight, looking up, close your eyes and try to sleep. I guarantee you cannot sleep. Because we want to hold on to something. So either we keep the pillow, put our hand or our leg or something. We want to hold on to because there is a fear element inside. See, friends. One student asked me this question, Swamiji, I always get a fear that when I am sitting for meditation, if I start levitating, what will happen? So I told him, depends where you are sitting. Suppose you are sitting below a running fan. Chop off. See, this fear element has to be taken care of. Therefore, after we sit there, recognize in your heart is your Guru and your beloved Lord. Insist, my Guru and the Lord is in the heart. The Lord protects us from within. The Guru guides us from within. See? Watch the quality of your mind at this moment. See? Second adjustment. Then the third adjustment. Mind cannot survive in utter present. Mind cannot survive. Mind disappears. And who wants to die? Nobody wants to die. So what the mind does, it goes on eating. The food of mind is either the past memories or the future worries or the present comparisons like carbohydrates, fats and proteins. Three foods. Longer the past, that means older we are, carbohydrate is huge. See? And the future worries, the proteins. And the present comparison, the fats. Stop these three. And to stop these three, begin from the first. When you are sitting, you are cheerful. The Lord and the Guru, they are protecting us from within. There is nothing to be afraid of. Now, declare yourself. Now, at this moment, I am nobody. Because who is somebody? Somebody is a mule carrying the load of possessions and relations of the total past. You drop for a time being the past. When the past is dropped, we are nobody. See, this principle I learned. These things don't come in books. They come in our everyday experiences you can learn. I was traveling in India from Bombay to Delhi by train many years before. That time I was pretty young, handsome, etc., etc. It's not a joke, it is the truth. Okay. And when I was sitting, one huge, hefty fellow came and sat in front of me. And he said, "Oh, Swamiji, you are here, very good. Now I will have good company." And 18 hours I had to suffer that fellow. So I said, how do I protect myself? So like a terrorist takes out a gun, I took out my rosary, mala. And I told him, see, I chant Lord's name when I travel. Therefore, I will not talk. Please don't mind. Please tell me something about you. I told you yesterday, the best way to make an old person happy is to ask about their past and don't listen. See, don't have to listen. Because they want somebody to listen to. But how they know that you are listening or not? So that technique I applied. And then he started. My grandfather was in Baghdad and they used to do this thing and this thing. That means I had to listen 3 generations. Grandfather started. And in between, whenever I used to see that his spirit is going down, I used to say, So again he get inspired and again started, And thus he went on and on and on. And finally he said, my children told Dad, here, the climate is very humid in Bombay. So you go to Delhi, it is a dry climate, you will be all right, your asthma will be better there. Okay, then they put me in this train. Really? Then what happened? Then I met you. Wow. Then what happened? Then I asked you about you, but you didn't tell. Then you asked me to tell about myself. Really? Then what happened? I started telling. Then, the moment you come in the utter present, you have nothing to talk. Come to cognize this principle. When we talk to others, we talk about our past. When we talk to ourselves, we talk about the future. Therefore, these 2 techniques, stop talking to yourself and stop talking to others. See, you don't have to do Chitta Vritti Nirodha. It will happen. See, our struggle is like this, On the flowing James River, we take a stick and start writing Om Trambakam Yajamahe. Where it has gone? As on the flowing waters you can write nothing, in the same manner, the mind which is constantly disturbed, on that mind you can achieve nothing. See, friends. Therefore, we remain as nobody, means we don't talk about our past. We don't ask anybody about their past. Fortunately, most of you are non-Indians, therefore lucky. Indians are those who want to know everything about everybody. Like, many people ask us this thing. How many, are you married, not married, why didn't you get married, how many times you got divorced, how many children, blah, 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 blah. What is the need? See, I was in England after our one meditation retreat. One person asked me this, Swami, I just want to ask you, you Indian Swami, why don't you get married? Before I could reply, he said, after all, happiness is not everything in life. See? So, neither talk about yourself nor ask about anybody. You will start remaining in the present. Be attentive. Present is a tense. Present tense. Past tense. Future tense. If there is no past, there is no future. Because they are in relation to each other. When you are awake, you talk about Feng Shui. Should not face your legs this direction, the kitchen should be here, a bathroom should be there, there should be energy flow. But when you are sleeping and snoring away, which direction is what? They are all in relation to each other. If there is no past, there is no future. See, Fred, if there is no past, so no past tense. No future tense. We all live in tensions because we live in tenses. See, present tense minus past and future tense is equal to presence, not present. That presence is our essential nature. And this presence can never be denied. It is eternal presence. See? Therefore, Bhagavad Gita tells us, yoga means when miseries come in our life, refuse to be miserable. That is the spiritual practice. That is yoga. See? And same Patanjali says, Drashtuhu Swarupe Avasthanam. Our Swarup, our essential nature is bliss. Remaining ever blissful and cheerful is a real practice of yoga. See? And when we thus practice these two things, karma and yoga, unknowingly without our effort, this I starts becoming stronger and stronger. Holier than thou and disciplined I am. To remove this I is the third path told in Gita, and the third path is the path of devotion. See? And path of devotion is very simple. How do we know that we have devotion to the Lord? Devotees are not weaklings. See? Many people have this funny notion, oh, I don't have blind faith. Friends, faith is a strength in an area of ignorance. It is not a weakness. To an unknown person, we accept. It requires inner strength. To the unknown God, we accept. It requires inner strength. Be attentive. If we have devotion to the Lord, like if there is current in the socket, how do we know? It must manifest. And then we put a bulb and the current in the socket manifests as light. Then yes, there is current there. Exactly the same way. If we have devotion in our heart, it must manifest. What is the manifestation of devotion? Devotion manifests in our heart as self-confidence, not weakness. For everything, oh Lord, oh Lord, don't go on begging. Discover inner strength. See? Otherwise, most of the time, devotees are those who are constantly complaining to the God, oh God, please do this thing, please do that thing. There are two things. One is the goal, second is the means. We mistake the goal for the means and means for the goal. See? God is the goal of our life, and life is the means to attain that goal. But what we do, we make God as the means. Oh God, kindly see that my neighbor dies quickly. So he becomes our servant. And our goal is getting the things in this world. Change this attitude. Let us become a fit instrument in such a manner that He chooses us to express through us. Therefore, in the 6th chapter, again the chapter of Yoga, Bhagavan Sri Krishna very clearly tells, Uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. We are in this world for our evolution. Don't bother about the world. One of the most important spiritual practice. Don't bother about the world. See? Take care of yourself. See? Like we go in the school, and in that school, the teacher is teaching us. And we as a student, will any student say, Miss, that boy has not understood? So what the teacher will say? You mind your business. You don't have to worry whether others have understood or not. In the same manner, we are in this world for our evolution. See, there was a student in medical college. Hardly 6 months he has completed. And there were some, people suffering from some diseases and all that. And he started to go and serve the poor people. So the teacher said, you first complete your degree and then go. No, I can't wait. I have to serve the society. Half-baked teacher will destroy the patients. If they are not dying, he will help them die. Because he doesn't know anything. In the same manner, never take a position of a guide or a guru in life if you really want to grow spiritually. The day we become guru, all the gateways of wisdom are closed. Who can teach me? I know everything. See, friends, about this I'll tell you one event. This happened in South Africa. Place name I will not tell you, although I mentioned South Africa. In a place I was invited, 5 talks, like we had 4 here, 5 talks. And they have given me topics. Isha, Kena, Katha, Mundaka, Mandukya. 5 Upanishads. 1 Upanishad, 1 talk. See? Like, they wanted a zip file. So, all the 5 days, tremendous ha-ha-hoo-hoo going on, each Upanishad. And on the last day, when everything was over, the people came in a row, did namaskar and offered dakshina. And one lady told me, Swamiji, in my whole life, I have never laughed so much as much I laughed in last 5 days. I said, I am so sorry for your Vrata Mishra. No. I have been studying Vedanta for last 25 years, but I have never laughed. Why this is so? I said, maybe your teacher must be miserable. A miserable person cannot teach happily. And therefore it may be so. And after that everything was over. Evening I went for dinner. It happened to be her house. I said, oh mama, today's dinner your place. Oh, good. Then she said, Swamiji, please sit down. This is my husband. So I said, husband Maharaj, namaskar. And I sat. And the husband said, Swamiji, I was her teacher. I said, God, please take me away from here. And then he said, it is true. I never laugh. I don't know why. I never have a smile on my face. I cannot laugh even. Although I teach. What is the reason? I said, okay, I'll talk to you on one condition. No discussion, no argument. This is my condition if I have to talk to somebody. Okay. I said, look here. You have become a guru. When you become a guru, you start behaving. How can a guru laugh? He has to be sincere. Don't become a guru. Remain as a child. Get back your factory settings. See, friends. Therefore, in Upanishad it comes. When a person spiritually evolves, he becomes childlike. Be attentive. Who is the child? Child is happy in silly things. See? For us to be happy, what is there to laugh? And for a child, see, I am going every day as my spiritual practice with Satish for seeing the movies. I have never seen so many movies in my whole life as much I have seen here. That is one of the requirements. If you have to stay with Satish, you have to watch movies. And not only that, you have to tell us they are good. See, how much compulsion. And in that movie, when you see all cartoons and animations and all that, and the children, you see, They laugh so much, they are so happy in that silly thing. A person who can be happy in silly things, he doesn't require any reason to be happy. See friends, unreasonable happiness is God realization. See friends, therefore, this yoga is a practice by which we are going nearer to our essential self. And what is essential self? Happiness. So what should be the practice? Be happy. How simple. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, when will I get realization? When will I see God? I said, okay, let us play. Think that I am God and you have seen me. What next? See? What next? Next, I don't know. I said, I'll tell you. You have seen me, you will be happy or miserable? Of course, I will be happy. Then continue to be happy, that's all. If you become miserable and you tell the people, I have seen God and you are miserable, what people will do? Never see God, see the sample. See friends, remove these wrong notions of God realization. God realization is we become an instrument through which the God expresses. Expression of God is only one. And that one is being happy. See? When you are happy, you are creative. When you are happy, you are not tired. When you are happy, you are not bored. When you are happy, everybody wants you. And that is what is spiritual glory. See friends, therefore when we practice karma and the yoga, the I becomes strong and there is a possibility of fall. In the 6th chapter of yoga it is said, Shuchi nam Shrimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Bijayate. On the path of karma and yoga, there is a possibility of fall. But on the path of devotion, there is no possibility of fall because the devotee has already fallen at the feet of the Lord. Where will he fall further? See, there is no word in Sanskrit literature. Fall of a devotee, no. Fall of a karma yogi, fall of a yogi is there. No fall of a devotee. Because for the devotee, he is doing. Yad yad karma karomi tat tad akhilam shambho tavaradhana. See friends, when be attentive, devotion is invoked in our heart, then karma becomes karma yoga. When karma is done without invocation of devotion in the heart, then it becomes karma roga. Roga means disease. See? And such people are awfully busy doing nothing. See? Therefore, friends, let that devotion be invoked in our heart. And when the devotion is invoked, self-confidence has to happen. Self-confidence begins with positive thinking. Never think negative in life. Shall we reach there? Will I realize God? I don't think you will realize. You will require at least 20,000 lives, you know. See how simple it is. Start with a positive trust, cheerfully, happily. And after realization also what you have to do is the same thing. So why not practice? Realization. No, very good idea. Start now. Start imagining from today onwards that you are all realized. So don't address anybody by any other name. Hi, realized. See? And this practice of bhakti, devotion, karma and yoga will be firm if the foundation is that of knowledge and wisdom. Now see what happens. When I have scratching sensation on my forehead, my hand has gone there and done the job. Will the forehead say, "Thank you, darling, you are always helpful"? This hand going and helping the forehead, is it an act of charity? See, second example. Many times it happens while we take food, our tongue is beaten by our own teeth. That time, will the tongue say, "Come on, somebody has to go to dentist and you will be removed"? No. See? Or if the tongue goes in between the two teeth and start digging, and when it comes out, the teeth will say, "Thank you, dear." No. Because there may be differences. Tongue is not the teeth, teeth are not the forehead, forehead is not the head, head is not the stomach, stomach is not the legs. They are all different. But there is no differentiation on account of the differences. This is knowledge. See, friends, we are different only because we have given undue importance to name and form. Forms are many. Formless is one. See, how we have become many? Because in between us, there is no form. So forms are many, formless is one. Forms are created, formless is not created. Forms grow, formless doesn't grow. Forms are destroyed, formless doesn't get destroyed. And what is our life? All the time getting lost only in names and forms. See, in one text, Vedanta text, this shloka comes. Asti bhati priya nama rupa iti pancha amshakam adyatrayam brahma rupam jagad rupam tato dvayam. Everything in this world has got its 5 aspects. It is known, it is a source of joy, it has a name and it has a form. Out of these 5, the first 3, it is known, it is source of a joy, is Brahma, Paramatma, God. Nama, Rupa, name and form, it is samsara. And we all get lost only in the names and the forms. See, friends. Therefore, we have to recognize experience of God means going beyond names and forms. Be attentive. In deep sleep, what is our form? We are fat, we are thin, we are black, we are green, we are educated, we are uneducated, we are man, we are woman, we are rich, we are poor. Everything is dissolved. And these are the things which create disturbances, differences. See, therefore, God realization according to the path of knowledge is rising above the names and the forms. But we get so obsessed with the name and the form. Once I was going by bus in a, with the students, maybe college students, about 30 of them. And I normally sit on the last seat, back side, left side, there I sit. Because when I take the worst seat in the bus, nobody can complain. That is the main idea. Otherwise, everybody wants a window seat. Now, how can you give window seat to everybody? So I was sitting there. One girl came. She said, "Swamiji, can I sit next to you?" I said, "Please sit. Don't sit on my head. You will sleep and fall down." She said, no. And she said, Swamiji, tell me something. I want to get some kind of guidance from you. I said, okay, let us play. And the bus is going. I said, look here, I will call the name of that student. His name is Ashok. I'll call it loudly, Ashok. And he will look backside towards us. And then I will not say anything in your ears. Only move my lips. And you start laughing like mad. Then I said, then see, the game begins. And we did that. And she was so much laughing. I can't sit with you. And she went to her seat. Now this boy Ashok, he is frustrated. And then he came. Swamiji, can I sit? I said, yes, you are welcome. Anybody can sit. You don't have to take permission. He said, Swamiji, what did you tell her about me? I said, nothing. No. She was laughing. I said, then what can I do? But why she was laughing? You ask her. So he went to her. Why were you laughing? She said, do I have to take your permission to laugh or what? I will laugh whenever I want. No, Swamiji told you something. No, he didn't tell me anything. Again he came to me. Swamiji, what did you tell her? I said, look here. Only that name Ashok. He was so identified with that the moment word Ashok came, his samsara began. Is it not? See, friends. Therefore, path of knowledge is rise above the name and the form. Let there be differences, but don't differentiate on account of the differences. See? And we spend our total life only in this, differentiating. And for this purpose, the teacher gives us a very simple technique. In the 13th chapter, he brings to our cognition. He says, our body is the one which is known and owned by the embodied. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetravitya vidhiyate etadyo vettitam prahuhu kshetrajna iti tadvidaha. Means our body is a place, a field, a house, whatever you call, and owner, the knower of this body is called as the kshetrajna, the embodied. So what is our understanding? As many bodies, so many owners. Bhagavan says in the next line, Kshetrajnam mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Arjuna, don't misunderstand. There is but one reality which is expressing in and through the totality. Expressions may be many, but the one which is expressing is one. It is something like, take for example, electrical energy. You fix a bulb, light comes out. You fix a fan, the magnetic field and the movement of the blade comes out. You fix an amplifier, the voice gets multiplied. Does it mean that there are different electricities? Functional differences are on account of the gadgets which are fixed. In the same manner, one Paramatma, one Supreme Reality, expressing through the man's body, beard comes out. The same Paramatma expressing through the cow's body, milk comes out. The same Paramatma expressing through the cobra body, venom comes out. Differences are on account of the gadgets which are fixed. This one principle is our essential nature. Where are the differences? See, last time probably I told you one story. This happened in one hill station in India. It is basically a Catholic, predominant area in India. I was there, and my friend, his name was something I don't know. His wife's name was Catherine, that I remember. And very close friend of mine. I used to go to their house, nice tea, coffee, spend time. They had a very sweet daughter. And one day he was a taxi driver. He told me, Swami, your Catherine has delivered a baby. I said, okay, I'll come later. I am very busy now, but give my congratulations to her. He never came for my lectures. That evening when my lecture was over, I came out, he was standing. I said, hey man, what's news? He was in tears. Swami, I don't know, she is bleeding profusely and we don't know what to do. I said, call her mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, somebody's blood will match and give. We did that, but they say, according to our religion, we cannot donate blood. And I don't know what to do. I said, no, pray to Lord Jesus that my blood should match with her. And I went straight away to the hospital and they took the blood. God's grace, it matched. I said, no, pump. And the blood was given, she recovered. Then again after 10-15 days I went to her house. I said, Kathy, who are you? Bottle Catholic, liquor Hindu. Who are you? See friends, principle is one. See, but we get lost in the differences. We don't recognize the common denominator. Like bulbs are many, but light is one. In the same manner, bodies are many, but life is one. Life is not many, life is one. And the expression of life depends on through what the life is expressing. Now take our own personal example. Mind, when it comes out of the eyes, it is called as a vision. When the same mind comes out of the ears, it is called as the hearing ability. The same mind, when it comes out of the nose, it is called as the poking ability. We poke our nose everywhere, isn't it? Pokeability. Does it mean that there are different minds? Mind is one. The expression of the mind, they are different because the gadgets through which it is expressing is different. And what is mind? Be attentive. Like light is expression of electrical energy in the bulb, in the same manner, mind is an expression of pure consciousness through a body. See friends, God is equally present in the living and the dead body. See? Then what is that which makes the body alive and dead? One body is not capable of expressing the consciousness as mind, therefore that body is dead. It is something like two bulbs next to each other. One has a light, other doesn't have. And I make a statement, behind both the bulbs there is electrical energy. Oh, don't bluff. If there is electrical energy, why there is no light in this bulb? Something is wrong with the bulb, not with the energy. I don't trust. Okay, do experiment. Remove that fuse bulb, put your fingers and come to realize, direct realization. See friends, exactly the same way. There is but one truth that alone is expressing in and through the totality. And that is our essential nature. This is what Bhagavan says, Kshetrajnam mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. There is but one reality which is expressing in and through the totality. See? Multiply this example. One man expressing through the limitation of his father is called as son. The same man expressing through the limitations of his wife is called as husband. The same man expressing through the limitations of his son is called as father. Has he become three? And who is miserable? The son is miserable. The husband is miserable. The father is miserable. Man is never miserable. And what is our spiritual practice? As a husband, I want to be happy. Impossible. As a man, you can never be miserable. Come to cognize this divine principle. See, friends, and when we thus remain more and more aware about this presence, then you will not struggle to concentrate. Don't spend too much time on concentration. Concentration is always on others. See? And therefore in concentration we get tired. Concentrate on what I am talking. Remain aware of what is being talked. Awareness is about the self. Self-awareness. Our presence, we do not become aware of our own being through the sense organs. We do not become aware of our presence through the organs of action. We do not become aware of our own being through the instrument of mind. We do not become aware of our presence through a conceptual faculty called as the intellect. No. When all of them are dropped, sense organs are dropped, organs of action are dropped, mind is dropped, intellect is dropped, and we come to a point which cannot be dropped. That eternal presence has to be recognized. It is not created, only cognize. And once we recognize this truth, no practice is required. Like we learn swimming. Do we learn swimming twice in our life? Only once we learn. Thereafter we cannot forget, because we have not learnt it by the mind. We have not learnt swimming by our sense organs. We have not learnt swimming by our organs of action. Exactly the same way. Come to discover, come to recognize this essential presence that we are. See, Sthitva syam antakalepi brahma nirvana mruchati. Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, last verse. Even this clicks at the last moment, yet it is enough. Practice is required in finite. In the infinite, practice is not possible. You can practice your mantra. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiyo Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. 1. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiyo Bandhanat Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. 2. Now practice silence. Can you repeat silence? When you don't repeat, no efforts. When no efforts, no I. When no I, everything ends. And that which cannot end, that alone remains. This happens when the Adhyatmic Guru, remember the first day I told you, Guru manifesting at 3 levels. One is Adi Bhautik Guru, a personality. Adi Daivik Guru, grace of the Lord. Adhyatmic Guru, recognition of the awareness that what we are. Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Ripuratmanaha. We are all our own friends, we are all our own enemies. If we discover the truth, we are our friends. If we don't, we become our enemy. See? This quality of our presence has happened. We have not done anything. Neither we have given anything in charity, nor we have done pranayam, nor we have practiced any asana, nor we have done any social service. Nothing. This experience is 24/7. You don't have to believe. It is. Thus, Guru in Bhagavad Gita is start from the Adi Bhautik, the Guru as a person, and dissolve in him as him, where I disappears. This march from the virtual to the actual is spiritual practice. And it is here the Guru comes in our life. When we are living as a body, we require a bodied Guru. When we are living as embodied, we require the Adi Daivik, the graceful Guru. But when we are subjective, we discover Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We dissolve in him. Dissolving ourselves in him is the real devotion to the Guru according to Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.